Hello Year Ones and welcome to our maths this week. It's the last week before half term. As you can see, you will need, before we start, 20 objects, something that's the same, 20 of the same thing. So you might have 20 Lego bricks, or you might have 20 little figures, whatever you've got around, and you'll need a piece of paper and a pencil, or a whiteboard and a pen. So just pause the video and go and get those items and then we can start. Okay, so we are going to be carrying on with our reading and writing of numerals up to 20. Okay, can you read the numbers that have come up on the board? The interesting thing about numbers is that we see them everywhere. We see them on car registration plates, we see them on our front door, we see them on clocks and when we're reading scales. So it's so important to be able to recognise those numbers. So if we look at the top, we've got the number line. It's pointing at number 4. What about the number on the door? What's a 1 and a 7? That says 17. This is a road sign that tells us how fast we can drive our car, and it says 20 miles per hour. What's this down the bottom here? We looked at this a little while ago. It's our ruler, and we're measuring length in centimetres, and it's gone up to number, well, it's 1 more than 7 and 1 less than 9. It's number 8. Excellent. And this is a coin up here. Do you recognise it? It's a 10p piece. So we see numbers everywhere, and we've got the clock face, and at the top it's got a circle around the number 21. Is that right? Not number 21, we've got the 1 and the 2, which makes it 12, okay? We've got to be really careful with that. Okay, so we're going to warm up. Get your piece of paper and your pen, or your whiteboard. I would like you to write on your paper numbers 8 to 14. So if you wrote number 8 on one end and 14 on the other end, you can almost do like a number line. So you need to think about the numbers. Are they getting bigger as we go this way, or are they getting smaller? They're getting bigger, aren't they? So we're counting on. Just give you a moment to write those numbers. You can pause the video. Okay, let's come back and see how you did. So, we've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay? How did you get on? Let's try that again. It says on your piece of paper, can you write the numbers from 15 to 20? So this time, we'll start with 15 at one end and 20 at the other end. Let's write that for you. 15 and 20 at the other end. You need to fill in all those numbers in between. What number comes after 15 if we're counting on? Okay. I will let you pause the video and then we'll come back. Let's read together. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I can spot a mistake. What have I done? Have you spotted it? I wrote the 19 back to front. I wrote 91. That's a much bigger number than 19. Got to be careful to put your 1 first and then follow it with the 9. Okay, we're going to play a game. This is another example of another fabulous game that you can play online, and this is called Flip Tiles. So let's start it, let's make the screen big. Okay, do you recognise the Numerals on the screen? All of them show different numbers. Last week we were learning to count on from 10. So if we're counting on from 10, we know that the blue numicon, that represents 10. Let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can count on. So let's give them a shuffle. Which one should we go for? Let's choose this one. We start with 10, we're going to count on. We've got another numicon set here. 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, let's have a look at that. Let's flip it and check that we're right. It's number 14. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, let's try this one. Should we count together? We've got 10. We're not going to count 10 up again. That'd be a waste of time. We're going to count on from 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. Should we check? There it is, 1 and a 9. Let's try one more. Let's give them a shuffle. Round they go. Let's choose this one. Start with 10, counting on. I'll give you a moment to work that out. Did you get 18? Thumbs up if you did. Excellent. So that is an excellent game. You can try playing that at home. So we'll just get that off the screen and go back to our PowerPoint. Okay, so what's next? On the board you can see lots of numbers. Okay, what I'd like you to do first of all is point at the screen when I say a number. Let's see if you can get the number that I'm pointing at. I'd like you to find number 7 for me. Number 7. Give you a clue. It's a black number. There it is, number 7 in the middle there. Can you find the number 14? 14, it's a teen number. It's also a black number. There it is there, 14. Right, next job, I would like you on your whiteboards or on your pieces of paper, I would like you to write for me the number 18 and then show it to me. Okay, 18, show it up at the screen. Okay, you've got your 1 and then your 8. Okay, and it's there on the board, 18. This time, with your objects that you've got at home, I'd like you to go and make for me the number 5. I'm going to use my blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, there's 5 blocks and I've stuck them all together so it makes it easy for me to show you. What did you make 5 of? I've also got 5 little figures here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I can just about put them in my fingers. All right, you might want to line them up on the side, okay? See if you can make another number. Can you make for me the number 12? So with your objects, can you make for me the number 12, okay? So you might be using some dried beans, you might be using some Lego bricks, you might be using some little characters, or just some building bricks. 5. I've got 10. I know that I've got a group of 10. I'm now going to do another little small tower to make it to 12. 10, 11, 12. Okay? One more go. I would like you, and you might need to pause the video, can you make for me this number? It's in the red heart, it's a 1 and a 3. Do you recognise it? It's number 13. So use your objects to make for me number 13. Right, excellent. What you might find is that once you know that you've got a group of 10, you can just add the extras on top of it. So remember, we've got 10 and you can count on 11, 12, 13. So you don't have to keep counting. Okay. Well done. It says, can you see down the rabbit hole? We're going to look at how numbers can be represented. Lots of different ways. Oh, okay. So first of all, what numbers can you see? We've got a group of stars here. Should we count them together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what does our Numicon show? How many have we got on our Numicon? Let's see if we can write those together. So we've got the number 7 and we've got 8 stars. I'm going to just check by ticking them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sometimes, if you don't do that, you can count the same one twice. And this number has just been written in numerals 11. And this is just some counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's the number 6. Different ways to show numbers. Let's have a look at the next one. Down the rabbit hole. Oh, they've shown these numbers in a different way. We've got a bunch of sticks here. So if I counted those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we've got another bunch of 3, another bunch of 3. So if I was to count on, we know there's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that shows us 16. Okay. This is been using some Deans, and we've got our tower of 10. If we count on 11, 12. And this is our 10 grid. It's not quite 10. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which is your favourite way of representing a number? Do you like seeing it written as numerals, or do you like seeing it as a picture? Okay, we've got some other numbers there. How many stars can you see? Give them a count. Did you get number 6? And then we've got this number 0. That means nothing. Number 9. And then we've got the number 3. Oh, and then we've got some more to count. I think we need to do this together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Remember, the 1 comes first, followed by the 5. What does this number say? Should we read it together? T-W-E-N-T-E. 20. That is the number 20. And then we've got our Deans again. Okay. How many different ways, says the Cheshire Cat, can you make the number 12? So using your objects in front of you and your whiteboard or your piece of paper, just have a go at making 12 as many ways as you can. So pause the video. Pause the video. Okay. Did you have a go at doing that? The Cheshire Cat has shown lots of ways of making 12, but I think she's made a few errors. Are there 12 strawberries up there? Should we count together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Correct. Let's give that a tick. There are 12 strawberries. What about this 10 frame? We know there's 10 in there. Let's count on 11. That's not 12. What does she need to do to make it 12? She needs to add one more. That's better. That's number 12. What about the Numicons? We've got 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh dear, that's not 12. How do we make sure that we have 12? We have to get rid of 1, don't we? We only want to have 10 and then 2. That will give us 12. And finally, we've got a 10 of using the Deans. Okay. There's 2 towers of 10. That's too many. What does she need to do? So we'll get rid of one of those and actually just need to add on 2 more. So 10, 11, 12. There we go. All right. Okay, I would like you to have another go at writing some numbers on your piece of paper. You might need to turn it over if you've used up all the space. Can you write for me on your board, as small as possible, the number 4? Write it really tiddly widdly. 3, 2, 1. There we go. I'd like you to write for me the number, I'm not going to do them in order, number 11. Can you write it in bubble writing? Number 11. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Number 11. Can you write for me number 7? Can you write it really tall? A really tall number 7. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! There's my number 7. This time I'd like you to write the number 16. Can you write it in your neatest writing? To do the perfect 6 and the perfect 1. That gives us 16. Okay, when you're writing tricky numbers, have you got any top tips that might help your friends to write some of the numbers? When we're writing our numbers from 11 to 19, what number needs to come first? Number 1 always comes first. So if I wanted to write 14, the 4 would come after. So you write the 1 first and then the 4. Okay? I have put on my board lots of different ways to make the number 14. This is going to be your task in a moment. I have used Numerals. I know you're not going to have those at home, so you won't be able to do that. But you could draw a 10 grid, okay, like we were looking at last week, or you could draw some Numerals. I've also done a group of 10 stars, and then I count on 11, 12, 13, 14. That makes 14. I've drawn 14 little stick men. And then I've used 14 dinosaurs. So you might want to stack up some bricks, you might make a big tower, or you might lay them on the floor if you've got some little characters. Okay? Try and make 14 as many different ways as you can. Actually, I'm going to give you a different number to try. These are some other examples of ways that you can make 14, or make a number, a T number. Somebody in school this week did a great job. They used dice. So they used 5 and 5. If you count all those dots up, that makes 10. And then they had a 4. So all together that makes 14. Okay, so they used dice. What other ways have we got? We've got counters. You could do some drawing. You could use cubes. You could use your 100 chart and find out where that number is on the 100 chart and do a circle around it. So let's have a look at what number I'd like you to try today. I'd like you to try and make as many ways as possible with the number 15. So the number 15, 1 and 5. So you might want to do this on a piece of paper. Okay, you might get your adults to take a picture of it afterwards. All the different ways that you can make 15. You might want to write it, draw it, make it. You might even have a go at making it with some Play-Doh or some plasticine. Have a go, have some fun. I'd love to see what you get up to. So if you've got any pictures, please send them in. Maybe we can put them up in the classroom. Brilliant, year ones. Have a lovely half term. Have a nice rest. And I will see you after the break. Bye.